Okay, now we're looking at 1 Corinthians chapter 5. In 1 Corinthians chapter 5, Paul starts to go very specific, and it seems like he's been building to make this point. And the specific issue is there's an immoral brother amongst the community in Corinth that is doing some sexual misconduct. And you can read a little more about that in there, but basically what he's doing is telling them not to even associate with this guy, which seems very harsh, and we're actually looking at a little bit of church discipline. Now back then, you have to remember, Corinth only had one Christian church. It's not like today where we have like 15 churches on one street, and if somebody gets offended within the church, or if somebody gets offended within the church because somebody called them out on a sin, and they just peace out and go to a church where no one's going to tell them to do that. And this is a very unfortunate thing that happens today, but back then you couldn't really do that. So this immoral brother, basically, he's calling them to hold him accountable for what he's doing. And accountability is huge as Christians, and we really can't grow and be mature in our faith, as we see with these guys who Paul's already called infants in their faith, until we are willing to accept accountability and until we are willing to have somebody speak into our lives and say, look, this is not okay. Somebody that we see as a father or a mentor or somebody like that in our faith. That's what discipleship is really all about. That's what Jesus was all about. And so Paul's calling this guy to that, to calling the entire church really to let this guy go so he sees his sin, and he's hoping that he'll come back to him. And so that's really what's going on in chapter 5. And I would encourage you guys to read over this a few times. We don't really do this. We don't get intimate with each other to the point where we're willing to speak into each other's lives, and that's something we really should work on and think about, especially in our youth group, because we have so many years together to be relational. So you guys should speak into my life, and hopefully I can speak into y'all's. Alright, we'll go to chapter 6 right now.